Hello and welcome to Yoga with a Story from Dragon Bunny Books. My name is Leanne and we do yoga on YouTube every week. We add a new story and I'm so glad that you're here for today's story. It's been a minute and I'm happy to be back. You may notice that I brought my friend Koala with me today. Just as a quick reminder, you're always welcome to bring anyone to your yoga mat with you to join, either a tutu or a family member or a friend. It's lovely to practice yoga on your own, but it's also lovely to have someone with you. So Koala, are you ready for some yoga with a story? That's a definite yes. I know I am, and I believe that you are too, so let's go. Are you okay over there? All right, put your friend or your tutu in a spot that is comfortable so everybody has enough space to practice. We're going to begin today just by stirring the pot a little bit, rounding our spine and opening our hearts and breathing, noticing how you feel, checking in with yourself, changing directions. I like to stir the pot and just come into my body and just be who I am, remembering that whatever shape your body is, however old or young you are, whatever you believe and however you look is perfectly amazing. There's nothing to change here. That when you come onto your yoga mat, you are welcome exactly as you are. And it's okay to be different. It's okay to be who you are. Keep doing that until you feel naturally ready for your pot to stop stirring and just to be still for a little moment. Yoga invites us to be still and also invites us to move. So are you ready to move a little bit with me? All right, perfect. Let's begin for our first yoga pose. Since our story is called Once There Was a Mouse, we are going to begin as mice. So one of the most interesting things about mice is that they are very, very tiny. So I invite you to find a version of tiny in your body. Everybody's anatomy is different, but find this pose in your body. It may not look the same as mine, and that's okay. It's okay to be different. So come on to your mouse pose. This is how mine looks today. Sometimes people like to do mouse pose with their legs open, depending on their anatomy. Sometimes people like to have their arms in front. Anyway, do your mouse however it shows up for you. So once there was a mouse, it was very, very tiny. The teeniest, tiniest mouse that ever moused. But this mouse loved being a mouse. I mean, every part of mousing was amazing. This mouse loved its little mousy ears, beep, beep. Little mousy tail. Can you imagine your long mousy tail behind you? And this little mousy paws, beep, beep, beep. And little mousy feet. Wiggle your toes. And how about your little mousy breath? But this mouse was the happiest little mouse that ever moused. But one day, after a long time of being a mouse, this mouse woke up and was no longer a mouse. But instead, my friends, this mouse became a cat. Spread your cat paws wide, lift your hips up, and round your back. This cat had a round catty back and a long catty tail. Do it again. Round catty back, long catty tail, and try it again. Round catty back, really scoop and really lift up that tail as high as it can go. This cat loved also to chase some balls of yarn. Lift up your arm, reach for a ball of yarn, and then go underneath a bed and grab for it. This cat loved to play with other cats. Lift up your paw, try the other side, reach underneath and reach, reach, reach. This cat just loved being a cat with cat whiskers. Wag your tail back and forth. With cat fur, meow. And everything about being a cat was the best cat that ever catted. Until one day, the cat woke up, tuck your toes, spread your hands, and became a dog. What can this be? Lift up your hips. Really walk it out, pushing your heels gently towards the ground. This dog was the doggiest dog that ever dogged. We're going to look up, breathe in into our upward dog. We're going to lift up, breathe out into our downward dog. Dogs love to play, and this dog loved to play too, chasing balls and frisbees, going for long walks. Wag your dog tail, change legs, wag your dog tail, and you wouldn't be an excellent dog if you didn't bark. So let me hear you bark now. Woof, 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 woof. Very nice, all the dogs barking. The happiest, best dog that ever dogged. Everything was going swell until one day that dog woke up and he was no longer a dog, he was a donkey. Keep your hands back in your dog pose, lift up your hips, kick for donkey pose. Eat up, eat up. One more time, eat up. And run it out. This donkey was the best donkey that ever donkeyed, and he was donkeying along just fine until one day he woke up and he was no longer a donkey. He was a beautiful mama bear. Pause on your yoga mat. Lift up your knees only. Hold it here in mama bear pose. Imagine yourself as very bare as you can bear, furry and strong and fierce and protective. Let's stomp a little bit. Walk our hands forward. Walk our hands back. All the way up. And one more time, beautiful mama bears. This was the biggest, best bear that ever bared in the history of bears. Until one day, this bear woke up and was no longer a bear, but was a bug. Come onto your back. Lift up your legs and arms into the sky and wiggle and jiggle your bug with the wiggliest, jiggliest bug legs that ever wiggled or jiggled. It was the best bug that ever bugged. Toes wiggling, fingers wiggling, every part of your arms and legs wiggling and jiggling. And on the count of 3, we're going to be a frozen bug. 1, 2, 3, freeze. And breathe. And release your bug all the way down to the yoga mat. How strange was that? This bug was the best bug that ever bugged. And now I invite you to return back into your body to be the best you that there ever was. Whoever you are today, however your body feels, whatever is going on inside and outside and all around you, can you be the best, happiest, most complete and fulfilled version of you from your toes? Wiggle your toes and then relax them. To your legs, wiggle your legs and then relax them. To your hips, wiggle your hips and then relax them. And your tummy, feel your breath. Filling your hands and then relax it. In your chest, in your shoulders, settling. Arms, wiggle and settle. Fingers, wiggle and settle. Neck, shoulders and back. And your whole face. All the way to the tip of your head and even the hairs on your head. Just as you are. Take a deep breath in. Wiggle everything one more time. Gently coming up back to your seated position. You and maybe your tutu or your friend or whoever you're with or your family member. I invite you to maybe even hold hands with whoever you're with today and notice how it is to be the best you that ever you'd in the history of you, because there's only one you. And feel into that and breathe into that and breathe it out. And that is the end of today's yoga story. But if there's more yoga for you to do anytime you like on our YouTube channel, and we invite you to do more yoga with us and to feel great however and whenever you can, just by tapping into the beautiful power of your breath. All right, you're amazing. I'm so proud of you for doing this with me today. Let's close our practice with our final closing yoga breath in Breathe it up. Wiggle your fingers, smile, and breathe it out. Great work today. You're amazing. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.